Hey y'all, my name is Babbles, and welcome back to another episode of Building Tales, the series where I'm teaching myself how to build better in Minecraft using stories. And today, I'm on a mountain. I'm on a mountain because a while back I got a request from a comment asking me to build the King Under the Mountain's lair. Now that's from The Hobbit, which is a story that I love. And I just happened to find the perfect cave for it. So I've got my brightness turned up and I've got torches spammed pretty much everywhere so that you can see. But I really love the way this looks already. I think I'm going to cover this up a bit just so it's not super huge because this goes down even further. But this area up here is perfect for what I have in mind. And it even has a ton of ore in the walls, like emeralds and iron, which I think will fit in perfectly. So, let's get started. So right now I've got that area covered up, and looking at it, this is the perfect place to put Smaug, the dragon, in the King of the Mountains lair, or the King Under the Mountains lair. So this is where this week's challenge kind of comes in. I've built a few organics by this point. I've built Charybdis and Skyla, and the legs on Baba Yaga's house were also considered organics, but I think this is my first time building an organic that has a face. So this should be interesting. Most of the ones that I've built have only been a part of the whole body, but this one will be pretty much the whole thing. So what I want to have him be doing is I want him to be sleeping amongst his treasures. So I'm thinking maybe slightly curled up in this area. But, we'll see. Okay, so the plan changed a little bit. This still isn't a full organic, but sometimes sacrifices must be made in order to make the entire build more effective. Since I want Smaug to be sleeping amongst his treasures, I needed to build only parts of him so that he could be tucked in amongst the gold. So I've built him primarily out of netherrack because it's red and kind of scaly looking, and then I've got the raw iron block underneath as kind of his belly with some dripstone spikes. I used a couple of candles for horns on his head, and he's got ears, and I didn't do any eyes because he is sleeping, so they would be closed. And I thought it would just look better if I didn't put anything for the eyes there. But here, I added a couple of campfires under trap doors, as if he's snoring smoke. And I really like how that both lights up the area and kind of gives that impression. And then over here, I've got his tail, where I kind of just did the same shapes over and over again. And I'm finding with organics, if you're going to do something a little more round, it's more effective to kind of have just one block kind of connecting each section to kind of smooth it out. So I've got the netherrack tail with the spines on that as well, with some of the raw iron underneath. So yeah, next thing I'm gonna do is fill this place up with gold. So this is where we are going to leave it off for today. So to fill it with gold, I just kind of laid down a base layer of raw gold and then speckled in some glowstone here and there, both for light and because it kind of looks like the gold. And wherever I felt there was a space that was a little too empty, I just added a pile of gold. And then I went back through with the ores and the diamond and gold blocks just to add a few more valuables. And here I wanted it to be kind of arched as if his body was keeping the gold up, almost as if he had a blanket of gold on. And then over here, he's resting his head on the gold. So that's why they're piled up in these areas and it's kind of around his tail over there. But yeah, this is where we're going to leave it for today, but I am not done with this build because this lair wasn't a cave in the original story. It used to belong to the dwarves. So, for the next one, I'm gonna add some of those details in. And I'm really excited for that. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you so choose, comment down below what stories you'd like me to take a look at in the future, and don't forget to check out a book from your local library. See y'all!